Before the goals, before the World Cup, before Europe's biggest clubs started fighting over his signature, there was a little boy in Abidjan with a dream that seemed impossible. His name was Diomande, and like so many kids growing up in Ivory Coast, football wasn't just a game, it was everywhere. Every street, every neighborhood, every empty piece of land became a football pitch. All you needed was a ball and someone willing to play. For Diomande, football wasn't just another childhood pastime. It became an obsession. He wanted to understand the game, study the game, live the game. Every chance he got, he was watching football. The problem was, there wasn't always football to watch. One television served the entire family. Everyone had their own favorite program. So Diomande came up with a plan. Every night, he'd pretend to go to bed. He'd wait patiently for the house to fall silent. Then he'd quietly sneak back into the living room. He'd turn the television on and lower the volume until he could barely hear anything, just enough to watch football. There was one player he couldn't stop watching, Cristiano Ronaldo. Every sprint, every free kick, every celebration, then he'd go outside and try to copy it. If Ronaldo did it, Diomande wanted to learn it. Like so many kids, Diomande dreamed of owning his hero's jersey. But dreams don't always fit inside a family's budget. There was 25 people living in the same household. So when someone gave him a fake Manchester United jersey, Diomande didn't see what was missing. He saw what it could become. He picked up a black marker and carefully wrote Ronaldo 7 across the back. It wasn't official, the letters weren't perfect, but every time he wore it, he imagined himself walking into the biggest stadiums in the world. To everyone else, it was just a fake shirt. To Diomande, it was a promise to himself. There was one person who believed in the dream that he always had, his little sister, Roxanne. Dreams have a way of asking difficult questions. Diomande was only 9 years old. Football asked his first question. How much are you willing to give up? An academy offered him an opportunity, but accepting it meant leaving home, leaving his parents, leaving his friends, leaving Roxanne. It was the first step toward becoming a professional. Opportunities like this don't come often, especially in a country where thousands of young footballers are chasing the exact same dream. Life changed overnight. Wake up, train, go to school, train again, sleep, train again, do it all over again. Living at the academy teaches you something very quickly. Nobody cares about how much talent you have. Every player was the best in their neighborhood. Every player had sacrificed something to be there. Every player believed they would become a professional, but only a handful actually would. As the years passed, Ian kept improving. Coaches noticed his fearlessness, his pace, his willingness to attack defenders. The little boy who once stayed up late just to watch football was becoming a footballer worth watching. But if he wanted to reach the highest level, another sacrifice was waiting. For as long as Yan Diomande could remember, Europe has always been the destination. It was where the biggest clubs played, where the legends were made, where every young footballer's dream either came true or came to an end. But before Europe, there was one unexpected stop: America. Thousands of miles from Abidjan, Yan arrived in Florida to join the DME Academy. Another chance to prove himself. One good performance could open a door, one bad one could close it forever. Diomande embraced it. He trained harder. Eventually, Europe noticed. A Spanish club called Leganés wanted to take a chance on him. For the first time, Europe wasn't just a dream, it was a reality. Diomande believed the hardest part of his journey was finally behind him. He couldn't have known that football was about to become the smallest challenge in his life. Football was finally beginning to reward him. The sacrifices were paying off. Europe had opened doors. His dream was finally becoming a reality. But life has a way of changing everything when you least expect it. Back home in Ivory Coast, there was one person who believed in Diomande from the very beginning. Not because of scouts, not because of headlines, simply because he was her brother, Roxanne. Then tragedy struck. Roxanne passed away.
I lost my sister. Yeah, life is like this, so.
What would she say now to you?
I'm thinking of my sister a lot because today I have everything and then I can share with my sister. My dream was making her happy and proud, and then today,
You make her proud.
yeah, I can see my sister, and then, yeah.
I'm sure that you make her very proud. Not only her.
Everything changed. Football suddenly didn't seem so important. The goals, the training, the contracts. None of it could fill the emptiness left behind. Diomande tried to put that pain into words. In a letter written to his sister, he spoke about the moments he wished she could have witnessed, the victories, the progress, the life they had dreamed about together. He wrote not as a footballer, but as a brother. Before that day, Diomande played to make his dream come true. After that day, he played for something more. Every training session became a tribute, every goal a reminder. He carried Roxanne with him, not in his hands, but in his heart. The phone finally rang. It wasn't another club, it was home. He'd left his country as a little boy, returning home as one of the country's brightest young talents. It was the highest honor of his career. When the World Cup qualifiers began, Diomande made sure people remembered his name.
Charging at this man, cutting inside. Looking for space for the shot here is Diomande. Oh, for Diomande. Cutting off the left flank onto
He scored in his first two World Cup qualifying matches, helping Ivory Coast book its return to the football's biggest tournament, the FIFA World Cup. Billions watching, one tournament capable of changing a career forever. He attacked defenders, he played with confidence. Almost overnight, the headlines changed. Real Madrid, Liverpool, PSG, Europe's biggest clubs were no longer asking, who is Diomande? They were asking, how do we sign him? Transfer fees climbed higher, the rumors grew louder. The little boy from Abidjan had become one of the most talked about young footballers in the world. There are moments in football that feel too unbelievable to be real. This is one of them. Just a few years earlier, Diomande was a teenager trying to convince clubs he was good enough. Now, the biggest club in the world wanted him, Real Madrid, European champions, home to some of the greatest players who ever played the game. Zidane, Ronaldo, Ramos, Modric, Cristiano Ronaldo, and now Yan Diomande. When the call finally came, it wasn't just another transfer, it was a validation. Every sacrifice, every rejection, every lonely night, every goodbye, every tear, they had all led to this point. Remember the little boy in Abidjan, the one who couldn't afford a Cristiano Ronaldo jersey, the one who took a black marker, wrote Ronaldo 7 across the back of a fake Manchester United shirt. The same little boy walked into the club where Cristiano Ronaldo became a legend. Somewhere, a little boy is sitting in front of an old television dreaming about becoming the next Cristiano Ronaldo, believing that the dreams can come true. Diomande's story proves that sometimes they do. You just have to believe long enough to see them become reality.